Hey guys, it's Nicoletta back with another video. Today I was supposed to be doing a different video, but I will be doing this one now because I didn't have enough time to film the other one. I have to go to work really soon. Sorry. So this is going to be the start of a new type of series, kind of, and that's a back to school series. And I'm actually not going back to school for quite some time. I go back in early September, so I have about like more than a month. And this is just gonna be like high school advice for the first video. Me and Sammy together, we're gonna do shopping, like school supplies hauls and like what's in my backpack, and then I'm probably gonna do a clothing haul and like vlog and whatever. So stay tuned for that. And so let's just start. So this was supposed to be like a junior advice because I'm going to be going into my senior year, but I've decided to do it all like a high school advice type of thing because I know not all of my subscribers are going to be juniors. So like I said, I'm going to be a senior, and this is just like high school advice which I learned like through the years of being in high school. So number one, I would say, is never cut class. And I've never cut class, but I know a lot of people do, and like that's like one of the worst things you could do because like really like that goes on your permanent record. You get detention, well, depending your school I guess, but mine, I know that's what happens. It goes on your permanent record and colleges see it. So that's like a really easy thing to just go to class. And I know maybe sometimes it's hard, you don't want to, but like it's good to always be, like, I never miss school because I can never, like, I feel like I'm missing stuff and then I have to make up work in later. Like, I had perfect attendance through sophomore and junior year. Freshman year, that was a different story. I was just getting used to it. So, but yeah, and that's what I learned kind of freshman year. I had to make up so much work whenever I was sick or whenever I just didn't want to go to school. But I've never cut, like, class, just didn't want to go. Second tip is always do your homework. It may seem like it's hard or like over repetitive or classes give too much homework. I do so much homework. I get to home, I start homework at like 4, and then I'll do it up to like midnight 1 because I have so much. And I take like a lot of harder classes, more advanced class. It's worth it in the end to always do your homework. You learn stuff and you're always gonna get a good grade and teachers are gonna think you're responsible. And it just feels good to knock things off of your list. Third tip is to not just try during your junior year. I know a lot of people say junior year is what counts, like sophomore year too, but like really it's all years because every year factors into your GPA, no matter like if it's freshman year. Like that's a mistake I kind of made. I didn't take more advanced classes freshman year. I should have, and that factors in with GPA, with your weighted GPA. And that's something I wish I would have done freshman year, take more APs, but sophomore and junior year I did take a lot of APs. Okay, so the next tip is if you're starting high school or even if you're like continuing it, then maybe I would say join some clubs. I joined a few clubs my freshman year. I made a few friends, got used to like what I wanted to do, like found out what things I liked and stuff like that, and I joined more clubs throughout the years and did it with my friends, so we had a lot of fun time. So my next tips is about friends. Be careful of who your friends are. Friends are always changing. In middle school, I had completely different friends, and now I have really one good friend and like a few other like friends, I guess, that I have classes with and I'll talk to, but definitely totally different from my middle school friends. And you really know who your friends are in high school, and friendships are fluid. You'll have them for not that long or maybe like a really long time. They're always changing the amount of friends you have, who is there for you. So definitely be careful with that and don't put too much trust in one friend over the other ones. Don't, if you really like one friend, like be with her, like not with the fake ones. Like that's my advice for that. The next tip, it's about relationships. Try to only do what you want to do. Like if you want a relationship, get one, like be you, like whatever. I had a relationship at the beginning of high school and haven't had one since because it's not for me. And especially during school, I want to focus on school, and I don't really want another relationship because it was kind of draining and time consuming and stuff like that. So my next tip is always ask for extra help. Don't be embarrassed from teachers or friends that saying that you're going extra help. Like, it's totally fine. I was embarrassed at first, but it's really, everyone does it. Everyone needs help, and if your grades are gonna suffer, then get extra help. Like, there's no point in avoiding it. So my next tip is always study. Like, no matter how small the quiz is, no matter how like you think you're gonna do horrible, like, you need to study. Like, tests are gonna be the death of you if you don't study. Like, it's so much easier to study and know what you're doing, and it will be a breeze, and you'll get good grades, and you'll do really good and get into good colleges because you studied for just that little quiz, which factors into your whole GPA, your whole grade. And yeah, so studying is really important. I study a lot now. I used to not study as much, and then I really buckled down sophomore and junior year, and here I am. Next is always be organized. With studying, for example, I use flashcards. That really helps me study, and I have like colorful flashcards color-coded for each subject, and really like it's fun for me to do, kind of, and makes me motivated to study. And yeah, so if you need any more studying tips, comment down below. Maybe I'll do a video once school starts about like how I study, what I study for, like, or homework in a daily day, which like really motivates me to do better and study to my best abilities and stuff like that. And the next thing, just the same tip, like to be organized. Like, a little example is I use an organizer, and I've used it all throughout high school, like a different organizer every year, and like an agenda book, and they are so good. Like, to write all my homework, to write all the reminders, and I color code those, and that like is literally a lifesaver. Like, without it, I would not be able to function. Like, it helps me, like checking off stuff makes me feel really accomplished too. So if you're like not into homework and you like want to get into homework, like agenda books are a good place to start. So my final tip is mainly for freshmen, sophomore, and then beginning of juniors, like early junior year, is for the SAT and ACTs. So I took the ACT at first. I took 2 of them. I did not do so great. I started studying beginning of the summer going into junior year, and then during the year I focused on SAT, and I did so much better on the SAT. I'm not going to take another one. I only took one. And so my tip is really like start studying earlier. Like, you think it's far away, like junior year, but like I'm glad I realized that the ACT wasn't for me early junior year, so I could do the SAT. But if I started ACT when I did SAT, then I would have been screwed. I would have been taking SATs early senior year, which you don't want to focus on. I would only do like one senior year if like I really needed it as like a backup, like a second one to super score. But if you want like tips on SAT and ACT, how to study for them, I guess I can make a video. I'm not the best at ACT, but SAT my score was really good. And I would say like definitely study for them, because those are what's going to get you into college, even if it's like totally pointless and you feel like it's not judging your best skills. It's not, but it's what's going to get you into college, and ultimately you have to do what you want to do to get into a good college. So the SAT and ACT were really like hard for me to study for, but I finally did it and I'm over with, and I feel really good about it. So it's good to get it over with sooner than later. You can start taking them as freshmen if you really wanted to, but I would say after you take Algebra 2, you should definitely take them, or in the midst of taking Algebra 2, because that's the mainly math section, especially for the SAT. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you stayed to the end, comment what grade you're going into, or if you graduated high school or still in middle school. I'm curious and want to know. And if you already did graduate or you're in high school now, let me know some tips that I missed that you think are really important to get down below. Please subscribe. I post every Tuesday. We post Sundays, and we post together on Thursdays. So give it a like. Comment down below, because I probably missed a lot of tips. And yeah, subscribe.